What's up, YouTube? What's happening? So this just guy asked me about Satchel Paige, and he was in the Negro Leagues. He didn't get to play in the major leagues uh till 1947, year after Jackie Robinson had broke the color line in baseball. And a lot of people don't understand the depths of how great he was, but incredible, powerful pitcher. I mean, the man pitched till he was almost 60. You know. Joe DiMaggio called him the fastest and the best pitcher he ever went against. He predated Bob Gibson by 20 plus years. Let that sink in. Had about 4 or 5 pitches. And, he was so distinctive. He had that wiry, thin being built, but the guy packed muscle when it counted. I mean, he was the truth. He was one of the greatest to ever do it. And you never get the totality or understand and appreciation what he meant until you get to see it. The highlights don't even do the man fully true justice. But sometimes, when people think that people are like a mythical figure and they don't understand of how great someone was until you get to see it in reflection, he was that dude. He was really an incredible talent. You know, seeing the highlights and his how he could command the pitching mound, his strength, and uncanny. And even the director Woody Allen, I think named one of his kids after called Satchel, out of respect. It was like almost a mythical figure, but an amazing figure. And this is the thing. When you think about Satchel Paige, just like, I might say about Josh Gibson, they belong in that same conversation with Wilt Chamberlain, with Babe Ruth, with people that were, you know, on Jack Johnson too. Historically figures that were dominant for their time. Jim Thorpe, the world round Olympian. When you hear about certain figures that people go, oh, that was all like that. No, if you were great, and just like Jesse Owens. But Satchel Paige was something else. I mean, an amazing arm, amazing talent. Whenever I get asked about him, I have to hold him in high regard because he left such a lasting impact as a pitcher. And he was dominant. When I say 20 plus years before Bob Gibson, that should tell you something. And a way precursor, like a grandfather version of Dwight Gooden. I mean, and probably even better than both of them almost put together because that's how scary he was. And that's saying something. If you know your baseball and you know about your pitchers, that's saying something. So Satchel Paige was truly one of those kind of figures that it was mind blowing and it hasn't been fully appreciated to the context of how great he was, but he was truly a trailblazer. It's just a shame because of baseball racism and institutionalized systematic where he didn't get a chance to showcase because for all that talk about Cy Young and Walter Johnson and all that, this guy was just every bit as anybody you ever want to put on the pitching mound. He had those kind of goods. And the fact that he pitched till he was 59 should tell you that amazing. Imagine if he was half that age pitching. Think about it. And you give him a good 10-year run. Especially back in the day and time when they didn't have middle relievers, side relievers, analytics and all that. You just straight out there just let it roll. And he was good for what he did. So just thought I'd give Satchel Paige his due. If you've never seen the highlights, check him out. This guy was one of the most dominant pitchers ever, left a lasting impact, and one of the greats. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share if you like, hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.